State Republican also tangled up in court matters. Yesterday, the #2 Republican in the Senate, Tom Libous from Binghamton, was indicted for allegedly lying to the feds 4 years ago while being investigated for potentially using his influence to get his son a job. For more on what his indictment means for state Republicans during an already tumultuous time, we go to our political analyst, New York Post state editor, Fred Dicker. And Fred, I listened to you on the radio today, and I thought it was interesting the comments that you made about the timing of this, and you can start anywhere you want, but I wanted to give you an opportunity to talk a little bit about that because it was an interesting take on what's going on here.
Let me mention on the radio I had the aforementioned Joe Bruno on the air, and he knows something about being prosecuted by the feds, and he also knows something very serious about cancer. And Senator Tom Libous, by his own admission, is only 21 days or so away from death or close to it, only being kept alive by chemotherapy that he's receiving every few weeks. And you have to wonder where there's prosecutorial discretion, and there is prosecutorial discretion, why they went after Libous on such a relatively minor charge. Keep in mind, while the headlines today, Liz, said that this is another installment in the ongoing series of scandals involving state government, Libous, this very important Republican, was not charged with any official misconduct, merely lying to the FBI over 4 years ago about an event that took place some 8 years ago. That said, it is a serious matter, no question about it. And about the politics that you touched on, this couldn't come at a worse time for the Republicans, who, and we've talked about this for weeks now, they're under attack from really the mayor of New York City, the governor of the state of New York, who's trying to deny the Republicans what little influence they have left in the Senate, and that's the only influence they have in state government. This indictment comes just amidst Tom Libous circulating petitions to get on the ballot to get reelected. We're going into an election with an indictment over your head. There's no way to win an election. He's going to have a very difficult time, assuming he even makes it through the election. So there are suspicions out there, and Senator Bruno, former Senator Joe Bruno, agreed with this today, or voiced it himself, that there may be some political motive behind this. The U.S. Attorney in New York City, Preet Bharara, is a Democrat. You and I have talked about the fact that he's been talked about as a possible candidate for governor one day. He's a protege of Chuck Schumer, so it's certainly possible that politics plays a role here.
All right, well, we'll see where all this takes us, and well, I know you'll be talking about it more in the days ahead, and we'll look forward to that. And don't forget, you can hear Fred on the radio, live from the state capitol. It's weekday mornings, 10 to 11 on Talk 1300 AM.